For sure, Americans love sports. I mean, we really love sports. And we love watching sports. And, you know, I'm one of the millions that do. Certainly the 49ers, the Warriors. I mean, you know, we've got something going in the Bay Area. The entertainment industry, no question, is in the midst of a transformational period. Many customers are cutting the cord. They're transitioning to streaming. We've heard this from references not only from you as witnesses, but from members, and to direct-to-consumer programming. And millions continue to rely on cable subscriptions for their entertainment, and they pay a big price for that. It ain't cheap. Sports programming hasn't avoided the chaos that this has created, and asking tough questions of the sports leagues and their partners about how best to deliver content. I think our job here is to protect the American consumer, to ensure that they're able to easily access the content that they pay for. I mean, I just think it's a racket. It's a racket. It has to be such a form of embarrassment that customers pay and then don't get. I don't know who can defend that on this panel. I mean, you know, isn't someone, some outfit embarrassed by this?
I know that we're
Is that a great American business model? I don't think so. I mean, consumers are being hammered. It's completely unfair. And I would say bravo to the FCC and Chairwoman Rosenworcel and the commissioners for taking action, you know, to at least provide consumers the avenue of a rebate when they're subjected to blackouts. And I've had bipartisan legislation with Congressman Scalise in the last two Congresses. It would reform the existing regime to prevent blackouts and allow free market contract negotiations to happen under traditional copyright law. But let's get to who wants to speak to this racket.
I'll take
Because,
it back.
and you know, I'm really being hard and harsh, but really that's the way I view it. That's the way I view it. I think it's an outrage. And I don't think we can sidestep that. I don't know how any outfit can become attractive to a consumer when the outfit hammers the very paying customer. I mean, my father always used to say, my customers are always right. That was his business model. He was a jeweler and a watchmaker by trade. So who wants to speak to this?
I can take a crack at it if you don't mind.
Good.
We're at this place because the prices of pay TV have gone up to an absurd degree. And you look at what's the biggest driver of cost increases, it's sports and broadcast. And sports kind of fuels the cost of broadcast. Broadcast television has gone up by 270%.
Well, let me ask this, because none of us have a lot of time. Do the broadcasters support this effort at the FCC?
Well, I'm not a policy expert. The one thing that I just mentioned it is that our company is really committed to getting deals done.
No, but do you support that? It's a yes or no.
I haven't spent enough time working with.
I'm not going to speak for anyone in general. I believe that the broadcast industry does not support the FCC's current retransmission consent
Why?
blackout refund.
Why?
Why don't they support it? I believe that because they want to keep the money, and that's and I share your outrage on this. And it's hardly the only anti-consumer practice in the industry that the FCC is currently addressing. We've talked about how ETFs, early termination fees, and cable, the FCC is addressing as well.
Gentlemen?
To me? Listen, if there's mandates that rebates are provided to customers, you've handed even more leverage to broadcasters in already stilted negotiations.
Why?
Well, the numbers that I just shared with you, 270% since 2015, that wasn't by our design. We didn't want the prices to go up that high, but that's what's being imposed upon us. That's why there's so many blackouts. That's why so many people have left pay TV. The prices have gotten to an absurd level, and we fight like hell to keep them as low as possible.
Mr. Oran?
I think the broadcasters would tell you that it's a market solution, and that they're getting paid exactly. They're investing in the programming, and they're getting compensated for that programming as well. I think that would be what the broadcasters would say.
Well, my time has been used, and I yield back.